Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live this morning from the HCCTV studios. Good to have you with us on the show. It is finally Friday. Seems like a week longer than ever. I don't know about you. My co-host Randy is joining me. Randy, long week for you as well?
Long week. I was sick all week. So for those of you who were here last Friday, I'm so sorry for the Minnie Mouse voice and the loopy on cold medicine behavior.
Well, at least you had the cold medicine going for you. And you were here. So we'll give you the credit of that because I was at the employee significance breakfast last Friday. So that's why I wasn't here. And then the week before that, I was sick on Thursday and Friday, actually. So that's why I wasn't here then. But so I guess I
Well,
really haven't seen you in forever.
you haven't seen me in forever, and I always miss you when I don't see you. And it's not your fault that I was sick because you couldn't get me virtually ill.
Yeah.
I'll have to blame that on my children.
Yeah, yeah, it's always a good idea to blame it on the kids. Yeah, they're the culprits. It is Friday. It's Film Friday. We got a guest for that in a second. But if you're watching us this morning live, we're live on Facebook and YouTube just about every morning when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. But Randy, they can catch us just about any time in social media and on our cable channel too.
That's right. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 Monday through Friday. So no excuses, I always say, for missing us.
No excuses at all. Okay, it's we've got a guest that you're going to be interviewing in just a moment, but I want to introduce first. It's Film Friday, and we're welcoming one of the first theaters to combine the cinema with a dining and drinking experience. We're talking Alamo Drafthouse. Robert Saucedo
Woohoo!
joins us. He's the senior film buyer and our Film Friday guest. Robert, good to see you this morning.
Happy to be on the show.
Yeah. So we're looking, it's Oscar season, a lot of nominated movies. We're gonna break that all down and talk about Alamo Drafthouse as well. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, so Randy, I know you've got a special guest who's been at the college for a while. Now he's in a new role.
That's right. I'm very excited to welcome James Mable, the Interim Director of Alumni Affairs, Career and Transfer Services in the Office of the Chancellor. Welcome back to the show, James, and congratulations on the new gig. This is a big deal for you and, the task force that you've put together. So super exciting news.
Well, Randy, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show. And yes, I am very excited. Thank you. Very excited about the role and moving forward.
So let's start with, the easy top line question. What is the role of the Alumni Affairs Task Force?
The task force's role is to really build awareness around creating an alumni association for Houston Community College. So if you imagine the people that are on the task force are experts in the various areas inside of the organization. And so we're building consensus on how to go about that process to build an alumni association for HCC.
What are some, I know some of the benefits because I belong to my alumni associations, but what are some of the benefits for both our alumni and the school in having an alumni association?
So there are multiple benefits. One, it's, being part of a larger family. We say that, students are part of the HCC family, but our family extends well out past our doors, that there are over 2 million alumni out in the Houston area and beyond. And so we want to invite them back into the family. We want to share with them activities and resources that are conducive to their professional development. We want to engage alumni about supporting our students in their academic journey. We are a community college and we accept students from a variety of backgrounds and with various pursuits in mind. And so here's an opportunity for us to have alumni hire our students, provide professional development in respective industries. Those are just a few of some of the benefits for students and alumni.
And so students should be excited to join the Alumni Association, shouldn't they?
Very excited because students should know that, as they leave HCC, we're going to stay connected with them. We're going to provide updates regarding new programs. At the same time, they're at a community college and transferring or completing. And so they may be seeking additional professional development, expertise, certifications. And we want to make sure that we're providing opportunities for them to get connected with industry experts, getting hired into internships and jobs for the long haul. This is not just, about their time here at HCC. We want to support them all the way through their journey here at HCC and at four-year institutions and beyond.
Well, it's about legacy, really, and being able to have a long-lasting legacy, both for our current students and our alumni. When is the Alumni Association going to start operating?
We are actually working on those core pillars of an alumni association. So we're excited to start the process now, and we'll be working throughout the semester. And my goal is for us to stand up the Alumni Association this year. So hopefully in the summer timeframe.
So you'll be able to engage those May graduates, perhaps.
You're exactly right. Our goal is to be able to introduce the Alumni Association to our May graduates, and then from there, starting to engage alumni in the Houston area and beyond about the resources that the Alumni Association is going to promote.
Well, this alone would be a full-time job, but it's not the only thing you do. So I also want to talk about your other gig with Career Services. So I've been super impressed with the HCC Career Hub as a resource, but can you go through what all it offers?
So the great thing in this development is that we talked about professional development and career development. And so alumni are going to be able to access career and transfer services on a regular basis. And so one of the aspects of our department is Career Hub, which is a software. Career Hub is where students and alumni are able to schedule appointments with career services. They're able to view internships and jobs. And I mentioned appointments, but they're also able to register for career fairs, various info sessions and workshops. We have a lot of partnerships with companies, and they can learn about those and sign up for those as well. It's a network. It's a way to get connected with career services. We want to ensure that they're successful well after HCC. And so alumni will be able to gain access to Career Hub as well.
Well, it's terrific that you can just go online and get an appointment and get information. And that's so nice because you can do it at any time. And I think that's such a great flexible option for the students. But you mentioned career fairs. Are there any upcoming?
Yes, we're actually hosting around 15 career fairs this semester. And the first one is on Valentine's Day at our central campus. And then almost every week after Valentine's Day, we're hosting a career fair at different campuses around the HCC system. Companies, not just in Houston, around the state of Texas and the United States, gravitate to our events. We spread our deck. We want to ensure that companies and students are able to connect around the city. We have certain industries that gravitate to certain parts of the city. For example, the Houston Medical Center. Well, we have Coleman College for Health Sciences in the medical center. And so we have a healthcare career fair coming up this semester to highlight the partnerships with organizations in the medical center, as well as students enrolled in our healthcare and those that have aspirations to go into healthcare can connect with those organizations in that field. But students and alumni can go to hccs.edu/career planning to see our career fairs and sign up for those career fairs as well.
Well, as we wrap up, I just want to ask you, as our students move forward and you're over at the Career Center, and what is the most important thing that our kids can do as they're looking toward graduation to kind of jumpstart that career?
So I highly recommend, we talked about network, that we're expanding the HCC family. We're bringing in 2 million plus alumni into our family. It is important for students graduating in May and beyond to expand their professional network. I cannot stress the importance of coming to career fairs, connecting and talking with real people. It's one thing to apply for jobs online. It's one thing to have the best resume, but you want to talk to someone. You want to talk to someone about the opportunities that they have at their company. And what better way than coming to a career fair to connect directly with that company representative to build that rapport. And so students should practice and do that all the time. And I mentioned that we have almost 15 career fairs. So there are many opportunities to practice networking, as well as the workshops, the employer-driven workshops that we host. We want to foster networking. So If you're not hearing anything I'm saying, the importance of networking.
Networking.
Yes, in
Sometimes
this
it is all
season.
about, making a personal connection. Great, terrific advice. James, thanks so much for being here. And thanks for all the work that you're doing. So excited, for all the new developments that are coming. James Mable, Interim Director of HCC's Alumni Affairs and Career and Transfer Services, and we'll have all of his info in the post after the show. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Randy. You all have a great day.
All right. Thanks, James. And thanks, Randy. It's Film Friday. And as we mentioned earlier, we are talking to one of the first of those dining and drinking cinemas. Remember that? Alamo Drafthouse. And Robert Saucedo is a senior film buyer. Robert, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Begin with maybe a little bit about your career as you worked in the film industry and working for Alamo Drafthouse.
So I've been working with the Alamo Drafthouse for 13 years this March. I started here in the Houston franchise, working on events and programming. About 2 years ago, I joined the corporate Alamo Drafthouse Austin office as a senior film buyer, working with the national company to do film buying across the entire Alamo system, not just here in Houston, but across Texas and Chicago.
And Alamo Drafthouse has really come a long way. As far as I remember it being the first drinking and dining experience that you have in a cinema, I thought that's pretty cool. But you guys had gotten some kudos recently in the press, which makes what really says what makes you guys stand out.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't think we're the first. We're definitely early in the process. The first Alamo was built in Austin in 1997. But since then, we've expanded across the country. Our most recent opening is going to be in Naples, Florida, in a couple of months. So we're really excited to be bringing this experience, across the country.
And you guys were recognized by Wired magazine as best theater in the world.
Yeah, no, I mean we're just really proud and excited that people have kind of taken to this experience. I think COVID really showed people that it's really easy to watch movies at home. And so in order for theaters to survive in this new post-COVID world that we're in, you have to give them a true experience. And that includes, food and events and fun and, our custom pre-shows. Everything that we offer at the Alamo Drafthouse is designed to get people to get off their couch and to come see a movie where it should be seen on the big screen.
And I know we've got something from Entertainment Weekly because they mentioned you guys as well. But you were mentioning, I guess Alamo Drafthouse is more than just dinner and a show. You guys have a number of things. I know, like I remember here in Houston, Rocky Horror, sing-alongs, all those type of things. And now you're even offering brunch, I believe.
Yeah, we have brunch screenings pretty much every weekend. So, for example, this weekend we're doing brunch screenings of the new movie Argyle. But we also have brunch screenings this whole month of everything from Notting Hill to She's All That to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Just a bunch of different offerings that you can enjoy a brunch menu while watching. But in addition, we do these fun things called movie parties. And one of the big ones this month is Twilight, which is of course a resurgence thanks to TikTok and Gen Z discovering this great classic film. But we're showing Twilight with as an interactive screening, so everybody who attends gets these fun props and they can interact with the movie like it might be Rocky Horror Picture Show.
On to a bit more serious topics. It's Oscar season. A lot of folks are excited about that. Are you guys doing anything special for Oscar season?
Well, we're bringing back a lot of the movies that are nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. This weekend alone, we have everything from Barbie to The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Anatomy of a Fall, American Fiction, Poor Things. They're all showing at our theater. Pretty impressive for us only having 8 screens. And we're going to continue to bring back a lot of these Oscar-nominated films up until the Oscars, including the short films, animated and live action. Some of the foreign films, we're opening up Perfect Days in a couple of weeks, for example, new Wim Wenders Oscar-nominated film. So we have a lot of these movies that we're bringing into the theater to give people a chance to see them on the big screen for Oscar night.
Did you have any? When I heard they were making a Barbie movie? And it was being released, I'm thinking this is going to be the biggest bomb ever. It's going to be in one of those Razzies, I mean, did you think Barbie was going to be as big as it turned out to be?
Well, obviously not as big, but I did have hope in the film because Greta Gerwig is one of the most talented filmmakers working in the industry today. Lady Bird was one of my favorite films the year it came out. Little Women, her remake of that or adaptation of that was just tremendous. And then a couple of years ago, I guess a year before the movie came out, we were able to see some advanced footage of Barbie, and the production design just took my breath away. And that's where I kind of got the inkling that this movie might be pretty big, but even still, it surpassed our expectations. That weekend where both Barbie and Oppenheimer were
Yeah.
both released, that was one of the biggest film weekends in the theatrical world. And 4 or 5 years, it was just this great, uh, tremendous celebration of the theatrical experience from all kinds of film fans. We had, mothers and daughters coming to see Barbie, and those same mothers and daughters sticking around to go see Oppenheimer. It was this great, celebration of all that film can bring audiences, the different experiences.
Do you have any picks for the best film of the year? Any predictions when you're in?
No, it's just a great year for films this year. Everything I've seen that's been nominated has just been tremendous. And what's really, I think, kind of astonishing is that some of these films that I just weren't expecting to get a nomination did. Like Past Lives was one of the best films I saw this year, and I really hope that more people discover it. It's this great romantic film about lost love and second chances, and to see that get a Best Picture nomination is really heartening. The Holdovers is just this great comfort film that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and I really do love it. It's one of Alexander Payne's best films in a long time. And American Fiction is just hysterical, a really biting satire that I think more people should watch. So there's no shortage of just great movies nominated this year. I honestly don't think I can give you a pick for Best Picture just because there's two movies I still have not yet watched.
Right.
I need to watch Killers of the Flower Moon and Poor Things, and I'm going to be hoping to watch those this week. So fingers crossed, I can click all 10 movies off my list and be able to give a pick before Oscar night.
Would you be surprised if Barbie won?
I would not be. I really think that honestly, when it comes down to it, I think it's going to either be Barbie or Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
and I think either one of those would be a great picture pick. But I would certainly love for Barbie to be that this year's winner, just because of the cultural significance the movie had. Plus, it's just a great fun film. It's very rare that you get a movie that feels so important and is also so fun to watch.
I know Randy Ramsey's here with us as well. You guys know each other, I believe. Randy, you have any picks for the Oscars?
I really loved Past Lives. I have to say, Robert, I agree. I hope more people discover that because it's beautiful. I'm a huge fan of Barbie just because I think it's really visionary. And I think Oppenheimer is good, but expected, you know?
Mhm.
So I think it's going to win, but that doesn't make me happy. And by the way, Todd, have you seen American Fiction yet?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, good Lord, it's worth it. It really is. It's just really, really sharp and fun.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna have to check that one out. I know exactly which one you're talking about. I'm going to ask you, Robert, you have a favorite Oscar winner or movie of all time?
No, that's impossible to pick. But I will say this. I think the last couple of years of winners have just been this great reminder that the Oscars don't have to be boring. I think historically there's this, belief that, oh, the Oscars are boring. And it's easy to believe that when, no offense to the people who like these films, but when movies like Crash or Green Book get the Oscar win, you're like, oh, well, that's expected. That's boring. But in the last couple of years, you've had like Parasite, this South Korean twisty mind explosion of a film winning Best Picture, or Shape of Water, which where you down to it's a pretty weird film getting Best Picture, or Everything Everywhere All at Once, coming out of nowhere to win Best Picture. This is a great reminder that the Oscars can be full of surprises, and the most unexpected choices can end up taking home the Oscar when the night comes. So, the night's full of surprises.
And more surprises. Any advice for, our up and coming film students?
Well, if you definitely if you want to be a film student or a filmmaker, now is the perfect time because as like the Daniels who directed Everything Everywhere All at Once show, just make your movie. They picked up a film camera and just started making short films, and a couple of years later, they're taking home an Oscar with the proliferation of digital cameras and the quality that can come just recording a movie on your cell phone. There's no excuses to not make movies yourself. You don't have to be in Hollywood. You don't have to have a major studio backing your project. You can make your own movies if you have the will and you have the creativity and you have the desire. You can tell your story and take it to where people will discover it, like film festivals or even the internet.
Right.
TikTok and YouTube have been great. Barriers that have or they've helped erase the barriers. They've given people the chance to have their voices be seen by millions of people without having to go through the studio system.
Robert Saucedo is a senior film buyer for Alamo Drafthouse, Houston, and our Film Friday guest. Robert, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Thanks for
again.
being here, Robert.
All right. Randy, we've got some, we did mention Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know that's our director Nathan's favorite movie of all time. Well, you know my feelings towards the movie. I know your feelings towards the movie. So we won't go there again, I guess.
But good point that Robert had. The Oscars don't have to be boring, and it doesn't just have to be about the fashion. Although I love the fashion.
You got to love the fashion. Everybody wants
You have
to
to love
watch.
the fashion.
Okay, some announcements before we wrap things up on this Friday. Recipes for Success, they're a virtual workshop. HCC's Academic Success Centers will host virtual workshops to learn study strategies, forming helpful academic habits, and more. Coming up, 3 p.m., Monday, February the 5th, active listening. That's going to be a good one. 11 a.m., Wednesday, February 7th, remembering what you read, which I should probably drop in on that meeting myself. All right, that's happening Wednesday. And of course, Monday, we'll have some information in our post after the show. And there's also a vocal masterclass coming up.
I'm so excited about this. Dr. Eric McCluskey, who is a baritone and a professor of voice and opera at Lamar University, just north of us in Beaumont, which, by the way, has a terrific opera program, will give a master class to HCC's vocal students. Lamar's collaborative pianist, Dr. Michael McAndrew, will provide accompaniment, and that is 2 to 4, Friday, February 16th at HCC Northwest Spring Branch Performing Arts Center. And best, it's free. Registration is not necessary. Everyone is welcome. Check our post after the show for more info.
You're looking to learn how to dance. That's right. You can get your dancing shoes on and head on out to the Spring Branch campus. Children, teens, and adults can learn all types of dance from tap to jazz, ballet to belly dancing, and so much more. It's through May. Classes ongoing through May. We'll have at the Spring Branch campus, and we'll have some information in our post after the show for that.
They are super fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Another thing that's free, another art exhibition at the Northeast College.
That's right. In this series of art exhibitions that we've had going along, which are terrific, the Art of Simulated Existence, which is a collection of paintings and drawings by faculty member Thomas G.H. Dorsch, now through April 5th at the Northline Gallery. The artist reception for that is from 2 to 4 Wednesday on the 20th, but you can go in anytime to the HCC Northline Gallery between now and April 5th to see it. Registration is free. Everyone is welcome.
Okay, FAFSA, make sure you get your new applications in, especially if you're going to go in the fall. They've got some new applications. There's an area on our website with all the info you need to know. Check it out. Also, Second Start class begins soon, Second Start semester. We've got 5 ways to learn. Most popular, of course, nowadays is back in-person classes, but we also have online options and hybrid options. Second Start starts February the 12th. So you can still get a full semester's credits in before the end of the semester. So check that out. Randy, you got any big plans over the weekend?
Rugby, and more rugby.
Rugby. All right.
That's right. We got rugby tournaments, rugby games, both kids just running around in circles.
Okay. All right. Well, it's going to be a nice weekend. It's going to rain tonight. All right. There's a big surprise. It's going to rain all night into the morning. So if you're going to do stuff, do it earlier. Be home overnight and plan on sleeping in tomorrow. it's okay. It's Saturday. Mental Health Monday is coming up right around the corner. And one of our favorite guests is going to be here from the Jung Center of Houston, talking about Mind, Body, Spirit Institute. And we've also got Janet Pena from Coleman College's Pharmacy Technology program is going to be on as well. All that and more next week on Up to the Minute. Have a good weekend, Randy, with all the rugby you've got in store.
You too. Enjoy. Do something fun for a change, Todd.
I am so boring. I know. I got nothing going on. So yeah, there you go. All right. Have a good weekend. We'll see you again Monday morning live at 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.